Well, good afternoon, everybody. And yes, this is actually quite interesting that I had managed to come up with another stream that quickly. I just had a customer drop off another computer, so why not take you along through the journey of troubleshooting why Windows 10 is being a pain in the rear. So, first things first is I like to, especially with the HPs, so we have ourselves here a ProBook, or HP ProBook 4540S. These are nice computers. This is a business machine. It's not a cheapy residential computer. This is one of, during a time when Hewlett Packard really thrived in making computers. And this happened to be one of them. So we already went through part of the initial tests to determine why. We already did a battery test, we did a startup test, and those passed already. So now we're just doing the run-in test. We only got about 6 minutes to go. It's always important to stay hydrated in the hot weather. So basically, the consultation I went to, that didn't quite go as well as I anticipated. I'm not getting into what happened, but I didn't get a new client, but oh well. Can't please everybody. But then again, who can you please? So actually, the interesting thing is about these overall, when I was in school, or it's actually college, taking college classes, they have these computers for us students to use. And honestly, these are actually pretty nice. Even though they're close to a decade old, but I would still use it as a daily driver, to be honest. Preferably, if I would have bought this machine, I would have bought it with the Core i7 instead of the i3, and I would have got it with 8 gigs of RAM instead of 4. But this is not my machine. I just kind of tickled pink by business machines. I always have been. And we're just about done here with the tests. Everything is passing here, so I don't really think that there's anything really majorly wrong other than Windows 10. And there might even be a virus on here. I don't know yet. We gotta dig further into it, but so be it. Today the Myers and Manitowoc opens, so that's kind of interesting. I don't have any intentions of actually going into Myers. I'm kind of down to the curbside pickup. I don't actually feel like running through the store anymore. I'm so consumed with work here at the office and doing work at the church that I don't actually feel like shopping. That's alright. I got more important things to do than. I don't mind going to the hardware store or a computer establishment for parts. Actually, I don't have really much place to go for that either. I usually do most of my browsing on Amazon. If I gotta buy RAM or gotta buy a hard drive. Or a lot of times on Amazon, you can't find on Amazon or eBay. New Egg has a lot of great products to offer. Sometimes you can actually find a better deal on New Egg than you can on Amazon or eBay. A lot of times, if I gotta buy license keys for computers and stuff, a lot of times I buy it on eBay because a lot of times it's only like $10, $20 compared to spending $200 from Microsoft. Why would you want to spend more money for something when you can get something cheaper with your eBay? And it is true, some of the stuff on there is illegal and that, but who cares? You get a better deal. Besides, Microsoft's rich enough; they don't need any more money. And for all the things that Microsoft stands behind, it kind of blows the socks off your feet. Thinking of, because most people, they don't really know what Bill Gates does with his foundation. Somebody's telling me that there was an IT person that I was on a teleconference with was telling me that Bill Gates, when he went over to India and Africa, that all those vaccinations that he's given out, it injured a whole bunch of little kids. He just basically sterilized the majority of India and sterilized a bunch of people in Africa. Not adults, but little kids with his vaccinations. It's bad enough that he got kicked out of India, but they should have kicked him out of Africa. But if I was India or Africa, not only kick him out, but I would have sued him for millions. I would have sued him for billions. Because all those people are injured because of him. Now, this is not something you're going to hear in the news. This is something that was. There's another news network. Actually, not even a news network. This was an article written by somebody from over in India. And yes, I am aware that Facebook and YouTube are trying to silence people that are actually trying to tell or give the whole story on what's going on with COVID. And the thing is, eventually comes to a point where they can shut you down at any time. But the thing is, there's always another place to go to tell the truth. There's always different platforms. There's different stuff out there. Or heck, make your own platform even. If you're good at coding and stuff like that, you can build yourself a multimedia platform for video uploading, and it'd be kind of interesting to see somebody compete with YouTube and just kind of make a good platform. That what I look for in a good platform is a place you can put videos and not have to watch what you say or watch what you do. Besides, why should you have to accommodate the minority, like those that are anti-Christian or those that are into Antifa or Antifa or whatever, or Antifa, or those that are millennials or those that are liberal that support like the Chop Zone. And why should you have to accommodate people like that compared to the majority that don't agree with Chop Zone or don't agree with surrendering and kissing your freedom goodbye. Why should you have to accommodate that kind of that mindset of thinking, where you just kind of get the mindset, oh, that's okay. The government can take our churches away, or you gotta stand for what you gotta fight for what you have and stand up, because if you don't, nobody else will. And a lot of people in the country are followers and they're not leaders. You got a few out there like Jonathan Shuttlesworth and Rodney Howard Brown that they got God in their side, and they're not going to play dead and allow the government to rule them. Those are the kind of people you need in America to get everybody, or to lead everybody to salvation, and not just to throw your hands up and say, okay, you can have what you want, government. Just can't surrender it that easily. They would like you to, but you shouldn't have to. So basically, eventually we will come up with final results for this place. But for now, I don't have any plans of moving. I know there was a rumor that I was thinking about building somewhere, but just to set the record straight, I'm currently planning on staying where I am for the next, let's say at least the next decade, for sure. In a decade, I'll rethink that idea. But for now, I don't plan on going anywhere. I just plan on keeping this operation in this building. It works for now. Not the most ideal space, but there was talk floating around that they're like, oh, Rhino must be thinking about pulling out of the place. Nope, I had no intentions of doing that. I think if I was going to do that, I would at least need probably about at least 100,000 at minimum. Maybe even at least minimum 500,000. So you can build a nice building, have enough to pay or you hire some employees, like a secretary slash shopkeeper, and then hire a technician to hold the fort down while I'm out of the office. So I had no plans of hiring anybody yet, because if you're only scraping by with a few dollars to spare after each day or each week, then you can't really afford to hire anybody. You got to be profitable enough where you're making a decent profit, and that you're able to pay your employees decent. Not that you pay them $7.25 a dollar crap. It'd be nice if it came that little, but ethically, some of those people put more than beyond work into a lot of the jobs that they do. It's like those that work custodial and that. They get treated like scum, but actually, they do a lot of things that other people won't do. They clean up after people. A lot of times they will go above and beyond their job, and some of them will even scrub walls, ceiling fixtures, and stuff like that. But life is always interesting. It's never dull and boring. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to conclude this video for now, and then we'll come back towards the end once we've started the majority of the way through the test. Because to sit and ramble about stuff doesn't really do anything. A lot of people complain that they don't like that kind of thing. So we will come back at a later time. And thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you a little bit later this afternoon.